Hi, I'm Marina Dooney at PL Projects. We are creating a three-part series video explaining three different project methodologies: a work breakdown structure, a network analysis, and a Gantt chart. We're going to be doing these manually on the whiteboard to show you the basic steps, and then implementing the tools into a software called Microsoft Projects. I've moved the board down for ease, and I've started to draw the structure due to time allowance. This is what a work breakdown structure would look like when completed. However, if you're following along, please start with drawing the first box and not drawing the rest of the boxes, and I'll explain as we go. The point of a work breakdown structure is to break your project into small, manageable chunks. So you start with the larger topics at the top that can be broken down into work packages. Those work packages are then implemented into your network and your Gantt chart, but we'll get into it later in the series. So let's begin. I'm choosing the project of a wedding because it's one of the easier topics to talk about. So you write your project topic at the top, so wedding. I'm going to choose 4 categories now. You could choose any categories if you're following along for your specific project, but remember, make sure they're large topics that you're breaking that would like to break down into more manageable tasks. So the first box, I'm going to write venue. Second box, I'm going to write catering. Third box, I'm going to write attire. And fourth, I'm going to write transportation. Venue. So you can break a venue down into 2 parts because usually at a wedding people get married in 2 different places. So you can have the ceremony and reception, ceremony and party, wherever you're going to get married. Moving on to catering, you can see I've already drawn those 2 boxes, but if you're following along, I would draw the catering box and move down to how many topics you're separating that large topic into. So for catering, I'm going to separate into food and drink. Attire, I'm going to actually separate these into bride and groom because the bride and groom have different clothing requirements. You can then further separate the bride down into dress, veil, shoes, or bridal party, colors, and bride specifically, and then you would continue to break that down using these boxes. Lastly, transportation. How are you going to get to the venues? So I'm going to put limo and bus for party bus. Moving here, I started to draw the next level of the work breakdown structure just to continue on with the process. So a ceremony, you could talk about decorations, you could talk about music, you could talk about whatever you would like. This is, once again, to remind you, this is a work breakdown structure. You're taking the project, which is a unique transient endeavor, and you're trying to create it into smaller, manageable tasks, more manageable tasks by using a work breakdown structure.